What's up, guys? I'm going to show you how I use this chart right here to make this call on Meta platforms moving into 2022 and how I'm using technical analysis right now on most of my long call options. It's Monday, guys. The markets are open. I am off from work, so I'm making this video live. It should come out today. Sorry if you hear my kids running around, but guys, I really want to talk to you about how I've added another tool to my toolbox when it comes to buying options. And technical analysis was really something that I never did, and I've been paper trading with it now for a couple months, and I'm really starting to see the benefits, and it worked through the paper trading process. So I kind of want to show you where I'm at, right? This is what this channel is all about, the learning process that I'm going through. So if you're a beginner or somebody learning, you're pretty much going to be in the exact same boat as me. This trade is ongoing, so it could blow up my face. I'm not only showing you the good, we'll check back in a few months to see exactly what it is, but I want to dive down into the Webull platform and show you the things I've learned, some indicators that I'm looking at, and when I made that trade and what my plan is moving forward. It's first worth mentioning, guys, there's a difference between a trade and an investment. When I'm doing these swing trades, momentum trades, even some of these call options, they are more short term. I consider them to be trades, not investments. These are not my retirement funds. These are not my Roth IRAs. These are not my 403Bs. They are definitely more speculative. So if you're going to trade options, guys, please understand that. I'm doing this with money that I am okay losing. It's added money on top of everything else that I've maxed out. I have a really, really good foundation. So I just want to make that disclaimer, guys. First and foremost, right, this is not how I make money. This is not like an income strategy for me. Please, guys, understand the risks of trading options before you get into them whatsoever, because I've lost probably more than I've made, if I'm being honest. If you are new to the whole technical analysis side, I understand that the chart that you are looking at right now can just give you anxiety, give you agita. It used to do the same for me. If you want me to do videos, guys, breaking this down super simple, I will. I'm not going to do that so much in this video. I'm going to assume a couple things, or you'll at least be able to see what I'm talking about. If you want me to make a video on the indicators or the moving averages I use, guys, just get down in the comments below. You know, that's what I'm here for. Be specific. Let me know what kind of video you want to see, and I will definitely get to that. You can also hop in the live streams on Sunday night on my other channel, Brad Finn Live, and you can ask some questions there. But let's dive into this right now. Right now, what I'm using, I am using an exponential moving average, and what that means is it takes the moving average and it's weighted heavily towards the more recent action. And I'm also using in yellow here a simple moving average, and that's going to be a little bit more smooth fit. What we're looking at right now is the day candle. So each one of these candles here represents 1 day of price action. Now, for these longer term trades that I'm going to want to be doing, or swing trading, I'm usually going to be looking at the 4 hour or the 1 day, guys. This is like not a day trade. This is definitely a long-term play. If you're curious, the indicators that I'm using right now are the MACD and RSI. All right, I'm using them on their defaults here in Webull, so you can set them up exactly the way you want. If we look, number one, here's what I'm looking at for all the stocks inside my watch list. And at the end of the video, I'll show you 2 other ones that I'm using this exact same strategy for, to maybe make a potential trade in the next few days. So stick around to the end of the video for those 2 options. Right now, if we look back in March, early March, so March 1st, 2021, we had Facebook. I'm going to call them Facebook because I'm not used to the Meta platforms yet. Facebook was right down here along the simple moving average. And the simple moving average I'm using for this is 180 days. Now, first thing I want to know, is there a general upward trend? So since that time, yes, guys, there is a nice bullish upward trend, and it uses the EMA as a little bit of support. It comes down and supports here, it comes down and supports here, it comes down and supports here, and then it made these highs on this chart at about $384. That happened in early September. Right now we're looking at September 7th. Since then, we've had a little bit of a sell-off. It's come down, it dropped below the EMA, it dropped below the simple average, and it's now in this like little bit of a consolidation zone. Now, the MACD and the RSI for right now where we're at, they're kind of like just bounce around the middle. They're not showing oversold, overbought. But the main thing I'm asking myself is, A, does this have an upward strong trend to it? It really does since March. And we can go back even a little bit further, guys. We can see that Facebook has been on an upward trend for even way longer than that, all the way back to the previous March, and we know why that sell-off might have happened. But all this time, guys, it's been using this average right? This 180-day simple moving average as a support. It's supported here. It's supported here. This, we know it happened then. But in all these times, support while it's on an upward trend. So here is the play. And guys, is this right? No. Once I said this is a tool. Like, can you trade options without knowing the Greeks? Absolutely. But if you know the Greeks, does it help? Yes. Can you buy calls without knowing anything about technical analysis? Yes. But will this help or at least give you some clues? That's what I'm hoping this is going to do. So now that I'm right at that 180 day, I'm thinking, okay, it's probably going to get some support here and then hopefully make a recovery. And if I think about the same timeline that this pullback happened, right, from September down to now, we're about 3 to 4 months out. So if I were to draw a trend line of the next 3 months and we even get to where we were, up 384, that's going to be about a 13% return over that time. And who wouldn't like that? Now, if you just bought the shares, 13% is great. But when you're dealing with options and options premium, life can be really, really good. So what I did was I went in and I decided that I was going to make a long call. I was going to go about 3 to 4 months out, and I was going to look for a range as a margin of safety pretty much just below this, kind of somewhere in the middle. And I said, all right, let's be safe, because like I said, this is the first time I'm doing this, and we're seeing it consolidate right around this 148. So I'm like, as long as it can get to about 148, I'll at least know if I should get out, get in, and whatever. So that's what I did. And here's the call that I made for this particular analysis. So on December 23rd, okay, this was Christmas Eve, towards the end of the day, I wrote a 340 call. So if we go back, 340 is right here. So I'm pretty much right at the money, essentially, or when I made this, I was right at the money. So 340, I had a pretty good feeling it's going to go up above 340. Like I said, do I know? No, I'm just using tools to help me, paint a picture in my mind, and it can go all bad, okay? This cost me $1,900. That is my max loss for this trade. I know what my max loss is. It is the premium I pay, $1,900. So if you are going to make this trade, you need to assume that you are going to lose $1,900. Now, I put a stop loss in, all right, because I do not want to lose $1,900. You can do that. If you know about limit orders, you could place your own stop losses and things like that. The delta, 0.57, so a little bit more than 50-50 chance for me. Pretty much leverage at about 57 shares of Facebook Meta platforms while I'm doing this. Now, full disclosure, guys, like I said, the markets are open, it's live. Because of the price action today, this is making me look like a superhero, but like I said, March 18th, 2022, I'm pretty sure that I do not want to sell this. Right now, it's up 32%. Like I said, Facebook's up 3% on the day. It's making me look a lot better than I probably really am, because if we zoom in a little bit here, I made the trade right here. And like I said, we're having a nice day. But like I said, it starts to make me believe that, all right, I might have made the right decision. Now, I'll be honest, when will I close this? Will I close it before March? I will seriously consider closing this at about 50%. If I get to a 50% gain, there's a very, very good chance that I'm going to close it. And whenever I do close this, guys, I'll pin it down in the comments below, and I'll let you know exactly what I closed it for. If something crazy happens and it warrants a video, I'll make a video about it, but I'll probably just pin it down in the comments. If you don't see that pinned comment, that means I probably haven't closed it yet. So besides that, like stop loss, I haven't put a limit order on the top at 50%, but I am going to keep watching this on a regular basis. Definitely want to end this before 45 days out and, Theta starts to really take over and eat away at my option. Right now, Theta is sitting right at $13 a day, roughly. So we'll see. Like I said, I mentioned earlier in the video, guys, this is really the first call that I've made using technical analysis. I'll show you the two others that I'm looking at doing about the same thing or have the same exact strategy, but I am being a little bit patient. And somebody was saying in my Discord, I think Ricky Gutierrez was talking about these as well. So shout out to him. And, it feels pretty good to be on the same page with that guy. The first one is Etsy, guys. So let's pull up Etsy real quick. Etsy, about the same thing starting to happen. If we look since about, this is March 26, 2020, same time. We know what happened then. Since then, Etsy has been on a pretty nice upward trend. It's kind of used this 180-day support. It's a little choppy around there, which is why I am going to be patient. But we see it's bouncing off of that again, and it's starting to make a nice upward trend. Once again, these are day candles, so this is going to be a day chart. So essentially what I'm going to be looking for is we have the MACD, right? We're about to cross over the MACD. We have a very, very nice RSI position. I'm essentially waiting to see confirmation of this upward trend in the right direction. And I'm going to see if we break this EMA, I'm definitely going to be looking to make a long-term position and hopefully get back up to these highs in the 307 area. But this is where patience really comes in, guys. It could chop around and consolidate along this 180-day line like it's been doing here, right? This was possibly an uptrend and then it got rejected. Possibly an uptrend, it got rejected. And we could see kind of that level right here at the 131 zone. You know, that's a big resistance level that we really need to break through. So I'm going to be watching to make sure it breaks through that level. The second one that I'm going to be watching with this is Lululemon. Lululemon, once again, these same tactics and these same ideas that I'm thinking about. This one a little bit shorter trend. Okay, this is back in June right here. I'm marking June of 2021. Nice little uptick. Okay, coming back down. Hopefully going to be using this as support. We've seen it's used the 180-day as a support in the past. Support, a little bit of support. Once again, my MACD and my RSI, they're right where I want them to be. We could see if I could cross this over. Once we get this blue line to cross over the signal line, that's going to be a really, really good indication, but I'm still going to want a little more confirmation. I want to get up over this blue line, over this EMA, and then I'll probably be looking to take a position in Lululemon. Guys, remember, not investments. These are trades. These are not long-terms. I have my long-term portfolio. I'm doing these speculative things with about 10% of my overall portfolio net worth. So a very, very small fraction of mine, something to consider. I hope this helped, guys. If it did bring value or you like these technical analysis videos, really new to the channel, give this video a thumbs up. Please consider subscribing. Should be hitting 100,000 subscribers maybe by the end of January. We shall see. Pretty exciting and actually really, really humbling, guys. And until I see you on the next one, stay positive, work really, really hard. Always, I beg you, please be kind to other people. Hope you have yourself an amazing day and even better tomorrow. Happy New Year, y'all.